Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Dilla Hans!
Yeah, it's your boy Dilla Hans coming up episode 55. Adam and Eve story. We're gonna get a little biblical with this podcast today. Yeah, I want to get it straight into the story. Oh yeah, sorry, my co-host.
It's okay, Hans.
Yeah, I ain't forget you was here, man, almost a little bit. Yeah, you want to start off? You can start the show, okay?
Yes, okay. So,
start from
how to know the devil is in the room? Well, you know, babe, there's definitely an energy shift in the room. You know, the energy definitely becomes heavier, more anxious. You would definitely feel like really nervous. Sometimes, you would, you heard the phrase, things are not what they seem. So you may see something, even hear something, and let your imagination and your mind get the best of you. And it'll cause issues and problems in your relationship. And sometimes definitely not.
Petty arguments.
Yeah,
All
starting
kinds of
petty
weird
things.
stuff. I feel like, but where does the devil come from too? You know, come
Right.
from sex. Come from, like you said, being anxious, worrying too much, and arguments with your partner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and the reason. Oh shit! This thing, these backwards was fucked up, man. Yeah, y'all get y'all backwards, y'all get y'all weed. You know what I'm saying? This show gonna be very calm and very relaxed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I say sex, you know what I'm saying, because sometimes you want to have sex with the person, or you don't want to have sex with the person. I don't know how the situation may be, but then that's when the devil will come in, you know, and between y'all, especially maybe on like, you know, you going out with somebody you don't even know, or even if you're in the workplace too. You know, it's not all about just relationship too. It's about, you know, devil can be anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with you, but we, you know, specifically talking about between two human beings, man and woman. The devil definitely coming, definitely during those times. You know, money, hunger. The devil can influence you between these times. You know, when it's easier to influence you when you are in a state of lust, or in a state of what's the word? Demanding. What'd you say?
Need.
Yeah, that's the right word. In a state of like needing something, and that's when the devil slips in. You know, usually in a conversation, you could be sitting on the couch, and then, you know, out of nowhere, you know, just bad vibes come in the room. You know what I'm saying? Or not even bad vibes. You just may say the wrong thing, and then the room, or the vibes in the room switch. You know what I'm saying? You might be too nervous or too anxious, whatever the case may be, and then the vibe switch. You're not in control of yourself and the room, so that's when the devil slips in. You know. So a lot of times we gotta be aware of these things. You know, the devil's very influential. You know, can convince you easily to do a lot of things. Now I'm not gonna say easily, but the devil definitely can convince you. You know what I'm saying? Because of the persuasion and the words, and the silver tongue being the serpent already. It's just, so yeah, I'm gonna say easy. So I'm gonna say, yeah, it's easy to influence you, being that, you know, the tongue that you've been given has already been cursed from birth. So, you know, and the devil is nothing but the devil. The devil really doesn't just take things by force. It's always a choice, and it's always either you choose the good or you choose the bad. And most times, most people, they always choose the bad, right, baby? That's how it goes. They get influenced by the bad easily, you know what I'm saying? Like Adam and Eve story that we're going to really talk about, which this is all really about. Because in the story Adam and Eve, we got two people. As everybody knows, a woman and a man in the garden. God is above, and Lucifer is below, and in the middle is man and woman. So we have our even playing field, we have a low playing field, and we have a high playing field. And right now, what we have is both sides interplay at the same time. All three interplay at the same time. You know, the high field comes in and tells you, I will grant you health, wealth for the rest of your life as long as you remain loyal to me, and you know, an eternal purity. As long as you remain loyal to the high above. And then you have the below, who comes and tells you you don't have to follow the high or anybody. You could just do what you want to do, and gives you another choice, which makes you feel like you have a choice of doing what you want to do, but really you're doing the choice of the below. So, because the below wants you to follow the person. So, you know, because I watch a lot of these shit, Scientology churches and Christianity churches, Buddhism churches and shit like that. You know, they all tell you the same thing. They may tell you, don't follow my church. Like a person, if you never notice, a person will come to you and they'll say, are you Christian? And you might say no. They'll say, well, what religion are you? And you might say, I'm not no religion. And you might say, well, you should choose a religion. Most likely they try to convert you to the religion they in, obviously, but the conversation always goes, you should choose something. Why is that? Why is the conversation always just going to, it doesn't really matter what religion you choose something. Setting the blow has a power of setting addiction and lust. And most people are greedy. Most people are in need of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Most people are in for self-satisfaction. That's the word. Self-satisfaction. No, self-satisfaction. Self-satisfaction. No, satisfaction. Satisfaction is a word too, baby. Satisfaction. Is it? Oh, satisfaction. I don't know. Y'all get me. You know what I'm saying? You understand where I'm coming from. But satisfaction, definitely. Self-satisfaction. Yeah. What I said, babe? What did I say before? Satisfaction. Satisfaction. What the fuck was I saying? No, satisfaction is a word. Satisfaction is a word, babe.
Never said it wasn't.
What did I say?
We could listen.
I don't know, man. Anyway, I forgot what. I'm high. Y'all get y'all weed. Y'all roll up. But anyway, you know, like I said, so
they want
one God is offering you just listen to me and me only. I'm the only religion. The other God is offering you a way to fall into other religions, other leaders, other cults, other people that you can follow. So basically, the devil is a guide to other gods. The devil has guided you to believe in these other gods who are false gods, or maybe not even false gods, are gods under the one true God. And you know, that's just a whole nother story there, but that's how I'm going. But as far as the Adam and Eve story, like I said, you had a high ground, you had a below ground, you had a middle plane. And in the middle plane, it was the humans. It was a man and woman. It's purple community from the start. So I want everybody to know there was no such thing as blue pill or red pill. It was only purple. Purple stands for royal. Purple stands for smart, strong, strength, you know, royalty, and all that beautiful stuff. So that's what it was. We were kings and queens, point blank, period. Then you had this is where the devil comes in between, two human beings in a room. You know what I'm saying? That's what we see. The devil come between beings in a room when I don't want to just say Eve bit the apple yet. I want to say Eve went on the journey with the dragon. With the serpent, with the snake, with the demon, with the deity, with the Baphomet, the devil himself, to start a new life. Okay, so that's a lot to say right there within the perfect community, you know what I'm saying? Because the devil didn't just come to Adam and ask Adam to betray God. He went to Eve because Eve
had already betrayed God within herself in order for her to
by biting the apple. Yeah, by biting the apple. But she God gave her more knowledge than he gave Adam. Then God, I can't say he or she because we don't know if God's he or she. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to piss the Almighty Spirit off by calling God a he. If he is really a she, or calling she really a he, we'll just be pissing God off. So we're gonna call God God. So God gave Eve a little bit more maturity than God gave Adam. God gave Adam protection, security, and the willpower. And God gave Eve the power of reproduction, prosperity, and nurturing. The power of nature. And with that, I believe Eve was able to communicate with more things than Adam was, because she was more in tune with nature than Adam was. She was more nurturing, more caring to things than Adam was. So the devil was able to slither in and use her hypergamy against her to slither her in. And this is how we have Buddhism, Christian, Allah, and all this other religion, and all these other religions that's out right now through the work of Eve. Because in the story in the Bible it says the dragon convinced Eve that there were other languages to learn. In order for her to learn these languages, there were 3 religions that she had to learn. It was 3 different books. She wanted the knowledge, she wanted the power. Now, I don't know if she convinced Adam to eat the apple, but I think she did convince Adam to eat the apple. I think she convinced Adam to eat the apple because she loved Adam. And this is what we call, this is where you see most men get addicted to things. Most men fall into addiction. Most men fall out of character. Most men fall into an emotional state where they're not in themselves anymore through women. And if you think about it, it's true. Women are cokeheads, or women are a crackhead, or whatever the case may be. Guys usually do the crack with the women because they want to have sex. So this is how the addiction starts. You know what I'm saying? It's like, not saying that the woman is the ultimate reason why he's doing it, but it plays a big part in the persuasion of why he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's because he wants the women, so he thinks the drugs are helping him get the woman. So with Adam, he thinks that learning from Lucifer will help him keep Eve. But in all reality, it's tearing them apart further and further and further and further. Cause she's already done took the drug. Now she made you take the drug. Now she's altered. Now not she, but now the devil has altered Adam's thinking. Cause now he can also free think now. Now he also has the power to speak different languages, to read the 3 different books, to go against God, to question God. That's how this is all started. That's how this is happening. This is how red pill and blue pill came. Through the questions of questioning God, through the acts of going against God, through the acts of following Lucifer, to being tricked to following Lucifer, to being tricked to following whatever it is humans wanted to do at the time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what do you think?
Well, I definitely could see how everything that happened back then had a big influence on the world and a lot of relationships now. And I feel like, you know, Eve kind of had already betrayed God in her heart if she would even, because she had gave the serpent the time of day period. Because I feel like if she was really faithful and on her path and in her heart who she really needed to be, she would have never even listened to that. Once that serpent would have started talking crazy, she probably would have been like, oh no, God, there's a thing inside this garden saying this, saying that, and saying this. But that's not what she did.
In the garbage can? Because, remember, she was...
So I feel like she betrayed...
Hypergamous.
Yeah, she betrayed God before she bit the apple, like you said, before she even talked to the thing. She betrayed God. She already betrayed God in her heart. Before that, in order for her to be able to...
I believe she was convinced, yeah, because she was the smartest. That the devil was able to convince her to bite the apple for more knowledge. And God, being the Almighty God, maybe thought that this was the best way for the world to start.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what it is, but this is the story that they give us. You know what I'm saying? This is the story they give us, that men and women, you know, from the beginning of time, always had a problem.
Right.
You know, always had infidelity, always had cheating. You know what I mean? Always had just the wrong message, you know what I'm saying, in the relationship. But you can also learn from these relationships too, you know what I'm saying, and see, like, you know, that's just a story that they told from the beginning of time. We don't know all these other stories, you know what I'm saying, that could actually possibly be true too as well, you know what I'm saying. But most of these stories always come from, you know, the Adam and Eve, you know what I'm saying.
Right. I mean, it sucks. As a woman, I could say that it sucks. It's kind of embarrassing for having.
That's why God
that
cursed
as
her.
the
He said,
first-
curse women with
Yeah.
the bloody, you know, for that reason. But at the same time, we don't know what's true, what's not true. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I just think that the devil may be evil to some people, or he just may be the door to the bad side of your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like the devil may be telling you, no, don't come over here, but if you do, this is what you're gonna get.
Right.
You know, a bunch of this shit, a bunch of this shit. So you feel convinced.
Right.
You feel eager. You feel like that's the easiest path to take for me. You know, it's the easy path. You know, the path of addiction, the path of
Exactly.
satisfaction.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think that you were saying like that instant gratification and satisfaction at the same time.
Yeah, but that's true too. Yeah, definitely gratification. Just a lot plays when it comes to when it comes to the Adam and Eve story. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Women just being. That's why they say women are evil. All women are evil for that reason, right there. You know what I'm saying? Women just. That's why I tell purple pill guys like, they're all sluts. They will cheat. It's been proven since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? So you have to, you know, set your purple pill rules, your guides, and for what you accept and what you won't accept in your relationship, and live by that. And go ahead and just live your life. You know what I'm saying? And it's a sad thing, but at the same time, we don't know all the stories. We gotta dig deep into more stories, find out what's really going on. But a lot of the stories always end back to this right here. You know what I'm saying? All the religions end up to this right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to really tell. It's hard to really say. You know what I'm saying? What to tell men or women. You know what I'm saying? But we most likely we know we have to teach our women to stay faithful, to stay strong, to stay loving, caring, and same thing I got to teach our men. Stay humble, stay patient, calm, and
faithful.
Definitely faithful, and self-control.
Yeah, I mean, this world is full of so many temptations and distractions, and you just have to make sure that you stay faithful to yourself, God, and your partner. And I know for some people it might be easier said than done because of what they're used to and how they're used to moving. But once you get it in your mind that this is what you want, because everything is a choice, and you realize that the Most High is the Most High, like I can't even really explain because that's your journey. You have to find out what does God mean to you and how God has made himself or herself real to you. But once a person just have that down pat, I feel like you definitely don't even have to worry about those things. But you don't have to worry about trying to stay faithful or trying to stay honest or trying to stay committed. It will happen, and you'll see that it's easier to just be faithful. Definitely if your partner is making it easy for you too, because we can't forget about that. That's a very real thing. If your partner is making it easier for you to do that, it's just everything is just so much easier. You don't have to hide things and be weird about the phone and be weird about these things. Life is just smoother, but definitely have the right partner though, because not everybody can make you feel like that.
Yeah, a lot of people are fucking nuts, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they do the wrong shit, you know what I'm saying, and the wrong things. So that's what I'm trying to tell my purple community, that I just wanted to show you physical proof of women being evil from the beginning, and women betraying what is right, always going with hypergamy. So they just wired like that, you know what I mean? Women are just wired like that, so it's just life that we had to live, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just nature at the end of the day. If you think about it too, because animals, they go on fuck whatever the fuck they want to fuck, you know what I'm saying, non-stop, you know what I mean? And the cycle just don't stop. So you gotta look at life like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just that humans, we have a brain, so we have a choice. We have more knowledge. It seems like the animals more sense, more self-control, I should say. That's why animals don't have no self-control, they say. Or do they? We don't know, you know what I'm saying? But this is what we was taught, you know what I'm saying? But I believe the animal kingdom is a definitely replication of humans. We just customize ourselves, you know what I mean? And was brainwashed totally different, you know what I'm saying, than what we know. But that's why you can't really get mad if she leave you, or if she cheat on you, or whatever the case may be, or if he leave, or if he cheat on you, the case may be. Just look at the experience as a learning experience, as a bad one, a good one, however you want to look at it. But look at it at the experience and try to move on. You know what I mean? Just understand this is a cycle of life. If you look at the animal kingdom once again, look at the Adam and Eve story once again. You know, it's just always been written in the beginning of time. So just watch your expectations. You know, don't set them too high. You know, increase your perception, increase your listening skills, just increase yourself as spirituality, you know what I'm saying? Just sit back, you know, watch the news every day, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't want to watch the news, but learn something every day. You know, find something that's going to teach you anything, read a book, whatever the case may be, whatever it is, to help your spirit uplift at the end of the day any way possible. You know what I'm saying? Watch The Wire too, baby. You don't want to knock that shit off. And that's what I'm trying to say, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. It's very important.
Definitely, babe. Just to add on to what you were saying, real quick while you was talking about that.
Yeah, we can move on to the next set. I just wanted to holler at the Purple Mill community, my brothers and my sisters, and let you know we're not mad at nobody for the choices that they make. It's just been said like this at the beginning of time, and it's just nature. It's just a cycle of life. You know, we are humans, we are mammals. You know, we do the same thing. Animals do the same thing we do. Shit, piss, eat, drink, fuck.
Just to go back to what you were saying, when you were saying, you know,
you gotta keep the trust.
Just to keep the spirituality. I just want to kind of throw this in there for couples who maybe your everyday conversation is not spiritual. Maybe, you know, you're not a religious person, so you could be in that phase of like, if I'm not religious, I must be like atheist, when no, you can still be very spiritual.
Still believe in God, absolutely.
Absolutely. And for some couples who maybe the female may be more spiritual than the male may be more spiritual for the female. Just gonna give you some conversation starters to, you know, be able to talk to your partner and get more and stimulate yourself, your relationship more spiritually. So, you know, you can ask your partner, you know, what do they think their meaning of life is? That's a good one. What do they think their purpose is? Why do they think they're put here? You know,
right. That's a good question.
What experiences made them who they are today? You know, and I could use that one because there's always lessons
to be learned. That's right.
Exactly, and things that you've been through, and most likely if it's an experience that you remember that made you into something, it was traumatic, you know. So when you go through traumatic things, you gotta realize, like, you know, dang, like, you know, I made it, I got out of it. Like, you know, thank God. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not just a phrase, like, it's real. And you can ask them, you know, what quality do they think they need to nurture more in themselves? And, you know, ask them ultimately what does happiness means to them.
Yeah.
And then
what does happy mean to you?
Love, like bliss, pure, peaceful love, like just us, you know.
Yeah, damn, phone just hurt me. But that's good though. That sounds like, you know, happiness. It's definitely key. You know, health, wealth, and pursuit of happiness.
Yeah, it's almost like a fantasy of mine where it's just like never no problems.
Yeah, but this
never
ain't
no
pursuit
arguments.
though. I want happiness. I don't want to pursue it. I want it to be the thing. You know, I don't want nothing. I don't want to pursue happiness. That's the spell that they cast on you when they say pursuit of happiness.
Absolutely.
It's just, because they let you know you'll never actually
obtain it. Exactly.
That's
it's that word play.
Love, wealth, happiness.
Yes, absolutely.
Love, wealth, and happiness. You know, we're gonna have to take the pursuit out because we're not pursuing happiness.
No.
We are happy. You
Absolutely.
know, happy is already within you. It's in
Yes.
your mind.
Exactly. That's
Understand
what I'm
that some days you're not gonna be happy. Some days you are gonna be very happy. It doesn't mean you're bipolar, or it does mean you're bipolar. It's okay. Just know that this is part of the cycle of life.
Right.
You know.
And our beautiful purple pill community, you have a partner to go through it with, so it's that much more. It should be that much more easier. That's why we make these shows to try to help you guys get through it. This crazy thing called life, it's very hard. And these ups and downs are no joke. I'm not gonna lie, Big Daddy.
Oh, that really good.
Thank you. Thank God I have you. And I know, thank God that you have me too. Life is just crazy, and I really feel like you get that one in a lifetime. I want to say you get that one Adam or that one Eve, but they are terrible, terrible examples. But you get that, you know,
You just get,
that
humans.
one connection.
Yeah, the humans it's just what humans do. You know, I think that's what humans do. I think as a human being, this is what makes us better than animals and better than other, things, and maybe even extraterrestrial we haven't seen yet. That we have a brain that keeps developing, new ways, new creations. You know, your mind constantly is growing. The more you learn, the more you seek knowledge, the more just more you try to impute these things into your brain.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, the more you try to learn, the more you do this, and the more you're gonna learn.
Don't miss Craftsman Days at Lowe's. Going on now. Get limited time savings
That's a
across the
commercial.
store. Plus, enter the Craftsman
That's
Days
commercial.
sales exclusive
Hey Google.
chance to win a Craftsman shed.
Yeah, we gotta edit that out.
Hey Google.
Total value.
Stop.
Yeah, and
Yeah, we're gonna have to edit that out. Yeah, but we back though. But definitely seek new knowledge, new ways of thinking. Watch what you eat into. It's very hard to do that. Being at the bottom when you pour. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie, 'cause I don't watch what I eat. I don't really watch too much what I watch either or listen to. But I do understand what I eat and what I listen to. Know that is not right for me. So I am in the faith. In the path of walking to the right, way anyway, because I know what's wrong, I know what's right, you know what I'm saying, and that's important, knowing what's wrong, what's right, how to come out of it, you know what I'm saying, because you always going down a dark path. You guys gotta know how to come out that realm right there that people get stuck in all the time, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing.
yeah, it is the worst thing. Being stuck in that dark place is like no good. People, just while you on that subject real quick, when you see a partner going there, grab them immediately, jump in, give them a lifeboat, life jacket. My husband does it for me literally all the time. I'm quite emotional, so sometimes he just be like, babe, like just stop. And I know he kills him. My husband is very sweet, very patient, he's very attentive, and very gentle with my feelings. But in the same token, he's a man. So,
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So sometimes it's just like, and I know it could get difficult for him. That's not his element. He's a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he still does it. Like, he definitely pulls me out of them spaces, and I have my time where I get to return the favor. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, she does.
So you guys have to make sure you be there for each other. And that's how it evens itself out. When you have, like, your moments, it's like, okay, I had a moment, but, I quickly saved you. Quickly saved me. You had a moment, but I quickly saved you. Like, we were fine. And at that moment when everybody just seems to be, like, out of life jackets because they're in their own world, then, Daddy, I know the next step. Space.
Yeah. That's very important.
Yeah.
Space is, that's why I said watch my other episodes. I'm going to keep saying this, and every episode I get in, space is very important. And understand what space means, you know what I'm saying? It's not just,
It's not a rejection.
exactly. It's just baby, I need to work right now. I'm focused on what I'm doing. Let me do my purpose right now. There'll be a way for us to relink later. You know what I'm saying? When I'm done with my purpose, or when I'm done focusing on what I'm focused on. Because sometimes that's when the space is more needed. You know what I'm saying? And couples, I understand, you got to get on your feet. You got to do things. You got to work. You got to, set goals and complete the mission. So, focus is definitely very important. And the space, like I said, it's not a rejection thing. Sometimes it's to make the relationship way better than what it is. You know what I'm saying? Or to keep the relationship where it's at. You know what I mean? You know how you got that good relationship, and you're wondering, like, why couples is married for 50 years. It's because, he had a job, she had a job. They said they saw each other maybe a couple hours out the day. You know what I'm saying? So they fall in love, you know. And so it's just easier for them to stay in love because they don't really see each other too much times out the day. And they miss each other all the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got to get that phone out of here. But we about to end the show out anyway. You want to say something, Pussycat? Yeah, we about to end the show, but yeah, that's just how it go, We about to end the show out. Suki about to say something. Close the show. I'm done with y'all though. I'm Dilla, man. Y'all already know what it is.
Yeah. I just want to take it back, really quickly, just real quick on the topic of being, your partner's strength. That is very, 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 very important. You will see how that will definitely make you guys last. And also on what my daddy was saying about the space, I think the problem with that, with people with that may struggle with that, or maybe some women who may be like, space, like, well, you need space. The problem is when you hear that term, you've always heard it in a different type of context. Always in the, this isn't working, we need space, or like always in a negative kind of way, or maybe the stage before the breakup. But what daddy is trying to say is, if you utilize it now the right way, you won't have to like do that big break, like, oh no, it's gotta get away from you, and you won't have to go through that. So and for the couples who love to be together, do everything together, I definitely get that. That's dope. There will be times where you guys, even if you're in the same room, you can still be in different worlds. Your man could be on this side of the room in his phone, on his game, doing whatever he's doing, minding his business. You be on this side of the room, minding your business. You know what I mean? You don't have to bother him. If you can't help yourself like me, you could like put him some water or like a snack or something down, or give him a kiss or something. But, for the most part, just like let him be in his own world. And for the women, you too, you know what I mean? You might want to be in your own, I don't know, you read like gossip stuff or whatever you do. You might want to be in your own world for a minute. You might need that just to be able to, you might need to walk through your house, your home, and just bless your home with all your feminine energy. And you cannot be disturbed right now. Your husband don't need to talk to you. You don't need to do nothing right now but put all that energy into your home. Sometimes you need time for yourself too. And things like that is okay in a healthy way. But do it that way so it doesn't become unhealthy. So it's like, okay, now get away from me, space, right. Because that never feels good. And your partner, I'm pretty sure, don't feel good about having to be in that frame of mind with you. They love you, But yeah, that's it. Pray, stay prayed up.
All right, peace.
Peace.